In this video, I want to talk about prop trading, but I don't want to talk about charts or trading techniques or risk management or plans or profitability or these kind of topics that I covered in other videos. I want to specifically discuss about how prop trading is sold, how it is advertised nowadays in the market, because it's kind of striking how people advertise the idea of prop trading, but it's even more striking how people fall for what is sold. They completely suspend their realistic expectation and they buy the hype, they buy the extremely inflated idea of profitability that you can get from prop trading. And I want to make a comparison with other industries, for example, with sport, right? If I own a gym and I try to sell you a subscription and I tell you, look, you're a little bit overweight, but don't worry, in 6 months, in my gym, you will have an amazing body, six pack, chest, all these kind of things like a real bodybuilder. You will look at me and you will say, okay, thanks for the offer, but this sounds a little bit too much. It's a little bit suspicious. You will never fall for this type of salesy approach, and you will probably lose the trust because I'm inflating my offer too much. You have a realistic perception of what you can do with your body. If I try to sell you a running course and I'm telling you, look, you are going to run a marathon in 1 hour 59, like the guy did last week in London, breaking the world record. And let's say that you're a good amateur. You know that you are never going to achieve that level, no matter how good is my service, no matter how much I can deliver my coaching support to you. You might be able to run in 4 hours, in 3 hours, 30 minutes, maybe even below that, but you will never achieve the world record or even close to that because that belongs to a really narrow circle of talents. They have incredible skills, they have incredible consistency in the way they deliver their performance. And you are able to understand that people are realistic and pragmatic. They understand what they can do with their body. So the idea of selling hype in an industry like sport most of the time does not work. But let's think about how prop trading is sold and in general the idea of trading. When you watch on YouTube or in many other social media platforms, these traders who try to sell you courses or a consultancy service or whatever, they normally use hype. They will tell you that you will get a Lambo, they will show you the fancy lifestyle that they have, living in a penthouse in some major city, and so on and so forth. And somehow people fall for this. They suspend the realistic approach that they have, for example, in the sport industry, in something related with their body, and immediately fall for this idea. They fall for the hype. They are not able to have a rational approach to this. They just believe what they are told. They wouldn't think, oh, these type of performances to earn such a big amount of money to afford to buy that fancy car or to live that type of lifestyle could be done only from an elite of traders, from a narrow pool of traders who are able to perform at high level consistency. They somehow would suspend this judgment and they would believe that this is something achievable, something that they can do. It's like people could become mentally mature to understand the limit of their body so that they can take a realistic approach when someone is trying to sell them some crazy performance that they might be able to do, but they never mature regarding their financial intelligence. You know, when it comes to money, it's like they're still children. They believe in what they're told. They are sold a dream. They believe in Santa Claus. They believe that they can achieve things that only the elite athlete can actually achieve, even in the trading space. So what is the consequence to that? I think there are two major consequences to this. The first is that there is an advertisement space that is built on this. People coming out with crazy hyped advertisement, offer, courses, videos, showing off things to make people fall for the dream. And that's what we are seeing now in the space. The second consequence is that many people who buy this dream, they need to realize at a certain point that they will never be able to get to that level. So normally they are either humbled down by the market, and some people accept to be humbled down. And these are the people that they fall for the dream initially, but the reason why they actually wanted to enter into trading is because they needed a lesson. They needed a lesson from someone And it didn't come from people, so they need to take a lesson from the market. They needed to be humbled down and brought back down to reality. And normally these people can stay all the way through, can work on the skills, on the discipline to become a real trader, and eventually can squeeze out some money from the market, can make crazy things, but a nice side income, a nice pocket money, and they can build on that, eventually making a real salary or something like this, depending how much time they invest, how much energy and work they put into that. But apart from this type of people, other people, when the humbling down part comes, they don't accept it and they quit because they realize that the target that they built in their mind when they bought the dream will never be achievable with the results that they are having now. So eventually they quit. It's like if you buy the idea of running the marathon in 1:59. When you start to train, you realize that you need to run below 3 minutes per kilometer. You start to run and you run 1 kilometer in over 5 minutes and you are tired like crazy. And you realize that the target of running below 3 minutes is impossible to be reached at the condition in which you are now. And probably even if you improve your conditions, is just out of your league, out of your skills. So you understand that you will never run the marathon in 1 hour and 59. It's impossible in this lifetime. Only if you are reborn, you can probably do that, right? So you are frustrated, you're disappointed, you realize that you have been scammed, and you will quit. So the point here is start prop trading with the right approach. Start prop trading without having too high expectations. Don't start prop trading because you fall for the dream. Leave the dream aside, leave the hype aside, and start prop trading with a realistic approach. Putting yourself into the process to achieve realistic goals that could be interesting. You can achieve interesting goals, worthy goals, like a side income, like something that covers your expenses. And this is realistic. And most importantly, you will be okay during the process when you will lose, when you realize that your performances are not that great, because you will still be aligned with the type of goal that you put for yourself. How many times we hear motivational speakers say, oh, in order to be successful, you should never quit, you should never quit. I believe that is true. You cannot quit because you are in a process and you need to reach a certain goal. But you need to prepare your mindset in order to not quit. If you start with expectations that are too inflated and too high in compared with where you are now, you will quit because along the process you will see that your performance are too far away to the point that you need to reach. So in order to not quit and become successful, start with goals that are realistic and pragmatic. Still interesting, still goals that could be meaningful to you, that represent something to you, covering your expenses, giving you a little bit of flexibility in your lifestyles, giving you a little bit of confidence or financial security, the possibility to take a leave from a corporate job, from salary. All these kind of things represent something to you. And you need to connect these meanings with the financial goal that you put for your profitability in trading. But the most important thing is that they need to be realistic. I see so many people falling for the trap of hype, especially in prop trading nowadays. So make sure that you're not one of them, and make sure that you start this process for the skills first, for the discipline and the consistency that you will learn, for the achievement as well, which is very important, as long as it's down to earth. And eventually, if you do that, you will complete this process and you will not quit. So I hope that this video gave you some value. It was a little bit different from other videos that I've done on this channel, but I thought on this 1st of May, which is the Labor Day, and many people are not working, I thought to change a little bit the topic and have a look at prop trading from this different angle. Feel free to follow the videos if you like and to stay tuned with the other information coming from this channel. And I will see you next time. If you are a prop trader or if you are a trader interested in digging into the prop trading space, or if you are a crypto trader interested in having a funded account, I am currently selecting a number of traders to test a new crypto native prop trading platform. So if you have a social media presence, if you have a channel, if you're a website or a network, just send me a message. I would be more than happy to give you a free challenge to test the platform and start to collaborate together. I'm gonna put the email in the description of this video, and I look forward to hearing from you.